What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man? It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. You're now tuned in to a special episode, man. The Halloween special, man. The Halloween episode, man. It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. Hey, man, if you're new here, man, don't forget to hit that sub button, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Don't forget to you can support the channel by hitting that like button, sharing, coming in if you got something to say, because you know your boy always coming back, man. But it's another episode of Fan of Atlanta 365, man. Don't forget, share the word, man. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your dog, tell your cat, tell your snake, tell your rat, and throw in your pet turtle if you have one, man. It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. Hey, man, y'all already know what time it is, man. It's time to talk about, the teams in the A, man. Some special news I wanna give you guys today. So first, let's address what happened yesterday. As you all know, the Georgia Bulldogs, took a bite out of the Gators yesterday, man. We had to go ahead and do our thing like we always do, you know. But this game to me was the last game for us to really show that we could beat a team, that we needed to beat. And yesterday we went out there and did our thing, man. So shout out to the Georgia Bulldogs yesterday. They end up they won the SEC East. So they clinched the SEC East. Hopefully we'll clinch the SEC itself. But right now we was able to clinch the SEC East with the Georgia Bulldogs. Now they 8-0. Going into this next game, we will be playing the Missouri Tigers at Sanford Stadium. In between the hedges. So definitely tune in next week. Catch some Georgia Bulldogs, man. But let's get to the real news, man. The real news is those Atlanta Braves, man. Atlanta Braves in the World Series versus the Houston Astros last night. It was a good game. The Braves came back, down 2-0 most of that game and end up winning that game 3-2, which makes the series 3-1. So we will be playing tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. at the SunTrust Stadium, man. So definitely tune in, man. Tonight could be the night that the Atlanta Braves win the World Series. We haven't won the World Series since 1999. So tonight could be the night that the Braves win the World NLB World Series. So man, hey, don't forget, tune in tonight. Catch some Atlanta Braves at home versus the Houston Astros. We undefeated at home, man. We 5-0 in the playoffs at home so far. Tonight we can make it 6-0 and win that World Series. As y'all can tell, look at that trophy, man. That beautiful trophy. So hey, shout out to the Atlanta Braves, man, to kick it off for the for Atlanta, the city as a whole, man. I feel like the Atlanta Braves will win the World Series. The Georgia Bulldogs gonna win the NCAA championship. Then the Atlanta Falcons gonna follow that thing up with a Super Bowl, and the Atlanta Hawks gonna follow that thing up with an NBA championship. So, hey, that's my prediction. You know what I'm saying? I'm sticking with the home team, but hey, the Braves will kick that thing off, man, and make this city a winning city, man. So, shout out to the Braves. Catch them tonight at 8 p.m. Houston Astros. I think it's game 6. No, game 5. Game 5. So catch game 5 tonight. Hopefully the Braves can end that thing. But let's get to the show, man. Let's get to the show. So welcome to another episode of Fan of Atlanta 365, man. It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. I had to bring in the Georgia hat today, man. I had to bring in some new for y'all today. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that thing to the back. Turn that thing to the side. So, hey, welcome to the Fan of Atlanta 365 show, man. Don't forget, support the channel. Also support J&B, the Talk of the Dirty South show, man. Me and my boy BB Bush, the great man, going in on these Falcons, man. Every Saturday, catch us every Saturday. Unfortunately, I had to do the video this Sunday. As y'all can tell through the thumbnail picture, me and my family, we was out celebrating Halloween last night at this epic party, man. We was dressed up as Theme 1, Theme 2, and our son Jamari, he was the cat in the hat. So, we had to shut down the party. But hey, man, don't forget, man, catch some Atlanta Braves tonight to win that World Series, bring that trophy home for the city of Atlanta, man. We've been needing one from one of these big teams. I know we got one from the Atlanta United, but this one is going to be a big one for the Atlanta Braves, and hopefully, all the other teams can just fall in line. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and get to these segments, man. Hey, if you on here and you watching, man, don't forget. Come in if you got something to say. I want to make this an interactive show if possible. I know y'all may be joining us from Facebook, or maybe you joining us from YouTube, or maybe you joining us from Twitter. So, hey, welcome everybody to the Fan of Atlanta 365 show, man. Once again, it's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. So we're gonna get to this first segment. It's called Keys to the Dub. If you know what a dub is, and for the culture, man, a dub is either a $20 bill or it's a W, meaning a win. So we're gonna go ahead and call this segment the Keys to the Dub, man, where I want to talk about my keys to the dub based on the defense, offense, and the overall key to win this game against the Carolina Panties. As you all know, I give them their nickname. I give them their nickname, when we beat them, and they in our division, they get this nickname. So this weekend, we going against the Carolina Panties at 1 p.m., man. So definitely tune in to the Atlanta Falcons at home versus Carolina Panties. So keys to the dub. So for me, for the defense is going to be huge this week. We need the defense to show up. So I said, pay attention to DJ Moore. DJ Moore has been an explosive receiver. He's a quick receiver, fast, got good hands, run good routes. He can make those big plays. If we can eliminate DJ Moore, I think we should better slow down this offense because really, yes, they do have Robbie Anderson. They're without Christian McCaffrey, another week. Looks like they may be trying to trade Christian McCaffrey actually to the Houston Texans for Deshaun Watson. So maybe they're trying to, keep him healthy to make sure that trade goes down because I think the trade deadline is coming up. It's either week 8, I think it's week 9. So we're right there. So, I think they want to keep McCaffrey a little healthy to make sure that he's, available when it's time to make that trade if it's official. I think Carolina would be a great spot for Deshaun Watson if he's able to play. But, we'll see what happens. But without Christian McCaffrey, you got DJ Moore. You got to slow down DJ Moore if you want to beat the Carolina Panties when it comes to their offense. So what I think we should do is bracket coverage. We've been doing pretty well with the zone coverage. As Dean P stated, we're not doing good with the man defense. We're not good with bringing blitzes in a zone. So what we need to do is just stay true to our zone. We don't have to blitz it. We don't get to the quarterback, at least get pressure. But I'm going to need these DBs and these linebackers to really play some good coverage. Let's bracket coverage DJ Moore. I don't want DJ Moore to take over this game. If DJ Moore take over this game and we allow him to get those explosive plays, it's going to open up everybody else. So our main goal on the defense is to shut down DJ Moore. Next, put pressure on Sam Darnold. Like I said, we don't have to send blitzes, but I would love to see some random blitzes, spread out through the game. And I'm not just talking about from the linebackers. I want it from the cornerbacks. I want it from the safeties. Let's go ahead and bring some different looks to Sam Darnold to get him off his spot. Pretty much we know Sam Darnold, he's not really that big of a runner. Do he have wheels? Somewhat, but he's not known for his running ability. He's, we need to just make sure we get him out of that pocket and force him to make throws on the run. Like I said, we don't have to send in all these extra blitzes, but I definitely want to get some pressure on Sam Darnold because if you can get pressure on Sam Darnold, you should be able to slow him down where he cannot get the ball to DJ Moore. He cannot get it to his playmakers. Look also for the Falcons, for the Carolina Panties to attack us in the short game because they know we kind of sweep right there. When you look at these games, a lot of these teams are beating us in the short passing game, and then they turn it into 20 yards. So we haven't really been getting beat down the field. So we've been doing a good job about keeping coverage down the field. It's just a short game for us. We got to make tackles. That's the big thing. Make our tackles. If we tackle well, I think we should be able to, do our thing on this defensive side of the ball. So I'm going to need the defense to show up. But let's switch over to the offensive side of the ball. My first keys to the dub for the offense is establish the run game to set up the play action. So, as you know, Carolina Panties, they have a good little pass rush defense. They started off real hot. Now, they starting to slow down, but I definitely think they can still, if we become one-dimensional, they can definitely get to Matt Ryan. So we want to make sure that we kind of set up, establish that run game. I'm not asking for 100 yards. I'm just asking for 100 yards within the running back committee. One person don't have to do it all. We need all our running backs to get in this game and, give us some good production. I feel like if we can establish the run, it can set up for that play action. And Matt Ryan is dangerous with that play action, man. He can spread the ball around. He can do what he's been doing every week. Since that Giants game, I would say he been doing this thing. It's just the defense haven't shown up. Receivers are dropping the ball, so we gotta establish that run to set up the passing game for that play action. My next key to the dub for the offense is get the ball in Calvin Ridley's hands early. Like I said last week, it's time for us to boost that confidence up for Calvin Ridley. I think because there was so much pressure for him to be the number one receiver, he couldn't do it, and it's starting to show in his game. When he misses a ball, it's like he looked like Matt Ryan when he throw a pick. It's like we have made him afraid to make mistakes because he's caring about what we think. And I want to get the ball in Calvin Ridley's hands. Like I said, you can do wide receiver screens, some jet sweeps, maybe some short routes, just to, let him feel the game. As a receiver, you need some receivers just need to feel the game, and then they can make plays. So we need to get the ball in his hands fast, allow him to be that as elusive, explosive player that we know he can be, and boost that confidence. Dean Pease talked about it. It's about confidence with these players. A lot of times from the fan perspective, we just look, did he make a play or did he not? And if he did not make the play, we go in on him. But at the same time, as the coaches, their job is to also sustain that confidence level in their players to make sure that they don't just be like, well, you know what, you ain't do nothing good last week, so we done with you. No, at the end of the day, we need to boost the confidence of Calvin Ridley. If he's going to be on this team, we need to make sure that he's going to be the guy. If not, then let's go ahead and trade him before this trade deadline, which I've been predicting that the Atlanta Falcons should trade Calvin Ridley. But at the same time, right now, since he's on our team, let's try to use him to the best of our ability. So those are my keys to the dub for the offense and the defense. I'm going to get to that overall. The one overall that I have was two overalls I have. Defense, like I said, you need to show up today. You need to show up, help the offense out, man. Y'all haven't really stopped nobody since the first 2 weeks. We was doing pretty good as far as defense. The offense didn't show up, but then the game just got out of hand. But now on the second half, since the offense showed up, the defense have yet to just put together a game where we dominate. We need to go out here and dominate the Carolina Panties, man. They've been on a losing streak. I think they're on a 4-game losing streak after starting off 3-0 in the season, and now they came back down to earth. So we need to continue that losing streak for the Carolina Panties, man. But I hope this defense can show up today, because if y'all show up today and the offense show up today, nobody can stop us. So, which brings me to my next point for the overall keys to the dub, and that's we got to take Kyle Pitts. You got to take advantage of your mismatches. You got to take advantage of these mismatches. There's going to be a lot of mismatches for Kyle Pitts today. Whether we put him on the outside, inside, tight end, whatever, it's going to be a lot of mismatches because they don't have that Luke Kuechly. They got Shaq Thompson, but I think he's questionable. So at the end of the day, linebackers ain't going to be able to compete with Kyle Pitts. Them cornerbacks they don't have J.C. Horn. They can't use Stephon Gilmore yet. They do have Dante Jackson and all those good guys. But I feel like if we could just get Kyle Pitts, on some mismatches, he should be able to dominate like he's been doing for the past 2 games, man. So hey, those are the keys to the dub. The Falcons should be able to win if they do this, in my opinion. Which is going to bring us to the next segment. It's called the FOA. The team weekly matchup. In this segment, I like to rank. I like to see who has the advantage, which team has the advantage at each position, judging by the quarterback position, running back, fullback, wide receiver, tight end, O-line, D-line, linebackers, and DBs. So first, I'm gonna start off with the QBs. I got the Atlanta Falcons with the advantage. Matt Ryan is clearly head and shoulders better than Sam Darnold, especially in the past few weeks. Matt Ryan has been throwing this ball all around the field, getting 300 yards, 280-some yards, touchdowns. He's been not throwing no interceptions. He did get an interception last week, but we all know that really wasn't his fault. Calvin Ridley caught the ball. The guy snatched out of Calvin Ridley's hands. It counts as an interception. Can't do anything about that. Of course, everybody want to blame the fumble last week as well, but then what Matt Ryan do? He go down there and lead us on the touchdown drive. On the field goal, game-winning field goal drive, and the rest is history. So so I feel like Matt Ryan has the advantage at the quarterback position going into this game. Let me see if we have anything from Facebook before I move on. Again, like I said, man, if y'all watching, man, definitely comment on these videos, man. Let me know you're in the building. I will shout you out. I will answer your comments. So far we haven't had any comments from Facebook, but we'll stay tuned in. Hey, if you're on YouTube and you following this show, man, hey, don't forget, comment now. Let me take a little sip, a little sip. When I drink, I prefer the Atlanta Falcons on my glass. Even though it's a beer holder, I'm not drinking beer. I just wanted, to bring out that Falcon logo for y'all, man. That's all I wanted. But we back, man. We back. So, like I said, hold on. I think we got something on Facebook. Let's see. Do we have anything on Facebook? Nope. All right. So, like I said, man. Hey, weekly matchup. Like I said, quarterback Matt Ryan, head and shoulders better than Sam Darnold. I got the Atlanta Falcons with the advantage. Let's move on to the running back / fullback committee. I got the Atlanta Falcons in this game. Cordero Patterson, Mike Davis, Wayne Gallman. And then you got three decent running backs. But when you look at the Carolina Panties running backs, I think they coming out there with Chuba Hubbard. Christian McCaffrey will not be playing. Like I said, I think they trying to, keep him healthy so they can make that big trade for Deshaun Watson. So I got the Atlanta Falcons with the better running back committee, going into this game, let's move on to the next position, the wide receiver / tight end position. Of course, I got the Atlanta Falcons in this one as well with the advantage. Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley, Cordero Patterson. You still got Russell Gage, who has been hurt most of the season. He came back last game, made some key catches. You still got Olamide Zaccheaus, Hayden Hurst. So at the end of the day, I feel like the Atlanta Falcons have more weapons than the Carolina Panties. The Carolina Panties do have DJ Moore, and like I said in my keys to the dub, we got to slow down DJ Moore. And you got Robbie Anderson, of course, Ian Thomas, but they don't really have too many other playmakers. I think Terrence Marshall Jr. is out this game. But if he is in this game, it still doesn't compare to the Atlanta Falcons wide receiver / tight end core. So I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons with the advantage at this position. Let's move on to the offensive line. I actually got the Atlanta Falcons for the better offensive line going against Carolina Panthers as well. Sam Darnold has been sacked 21 times. Matt Ryan in the season has only been sacked 9 times. When was the last time we could say that? Matt Ryan for years have been sacked plenty of times because we haven't had an offensive line. Now we get our offensive line. The offensive line is doing pretty good. Every week they're progressing since that week 1. That debacle in week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles, the Atlanta Falcons the line has just been getting better. Jalen Mayfield looks like he's just a sure thing at that left guard position. Last week, Caleb McGarry was out, so Jason Springs started, and he did an awesome job. I think we only gave up maybe 1 sack last game. Maybe a little fumble, but that was pretty much Matt Ryan just trying to make a play. But at the end of the day, you saw what happened. And then this week we get Caleb McGarry back, who has been doing a great job this year at that right tackle position. So now we get our core offensive line back. So at the end of the day, I feel like the Atlanta Falcons do have the advantage at the offensive line position. We got my boy B-Baller DD. He said, "What up, bit bro? Glad to see you, homie. We get this dub. Yeah, we definitely getting this dub this weekend, man. I already said the Carolina Panties. I don't know if y'all saw my picture. Let me put the picture back up there, man. We got the Carolina Panties this week. The Carolina Panties. It's a sure thing for us, man. We've been dominating these guys for a minute. I feel like the Atlanta Falcons will take this dub easily against the Carolina Panties, man. But shout out to BB Baller, DD, man. Shout out to you, my guy. But so we're gonna get back to the segment. Where we at? We at the offensive line. Like I said, Matt Ryan only been sacked. Let me get this off the screen. Matt Ryan has only been sacked 9 times, and what happened? Where I'm at? Can y'all see me? Okay, there I am. But yeah, I got the Atlanta Falcons with the offensive lineman advantage. I don't know why my screen keep going out. What's going on? and do their thing. You know, you gotta look at the Braves. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Hold on, hold on. What's going on? All right, can y'all hear me? Hey, let me know if you can hear me in the comment box. Give me a thumbs up or one or something. Like, let me know, because I don't know if y'all can hear me. But yeah, so let's go ahead and move on, man. Let's go ahead and move on. We got the like I said, the offensive line only been giving up 9 sacks this season. They've been doing awesome. So shout out to the Atlanta Falcons offensive line for stepping up, man. I think y'all been the key to the Atlanta Falcons taking these dubs, man. He said yes. So I'm guessing you're saying yes, either to you can hear me, you can see me, or yes to you going to the Falcons game or Braves game. I don't know, but I'm gonna take it as you can hear me. But yeah, so shout out to everybody that's coming, man. Definitely send in your comments, especially when we get to this next segment. You know, let me know in this segment who you got as far as who has the advantage at the quarterback position with the Carolina Panties and the Atlanta Falcons, who has the advantage at the running back position, who has the advantage at the wide receiver / tight end position. You know, let me know in the comment box who y'all think has the advantage for each position. Also, now let's go to the defensive line. I actually had to get a defensive line to the Carolina Panties. The reason why is because the Carolina Panties they've been able to get to the quarterback. You know, they've been able to get to the quarterbacks this year. They got 18 sacks. The Atlanta Falcons only have 3 sacks, and a lot of our sacks come from just, you know, coverage sacks. They're not really, you know, where you just see that the Atlanta Falcons defensive line is getting there. We're not consistent. A lot of times, you know, we're getting beat off the line. We getting pushed back too much. I need to see this defensive line do better. Shout out to Grady Jarrett. I mean, he's doing this thing. You know, Ojun Deji, he did a great job last week, you know, getting the start with Dante Fowler Jr. being out. I think Dante Fowler is out again this week. So Ojun Deji will get another start this week. But shout out to them too. But other than that, we really haven't had much consistency on this defensive line. So right now, I'm going to give it to the Carolina Panties with 18 sacks. You know, that's big. They like I said, they started off hot. But so far, they haven't been able to be the same. They've been the same Carolina Panties we always know them to be for the past few years with the Atlanta Falcons. So, I got to get on the defensive line as of right now. Let's move on to the linebacker core. Of course, I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons linebacker core because when you look at Deion Jones, who had a great game last week, I think he won Defensive Player of the Week last week. Shout out to Deion Jones, man. He was head hunting last week. He was everywhere. He was everywhere. And Foyer wasn't bad last week. You know, Foyer did get a pick last week. You know, a key pick. But you know that linebacker core, man. Michael Walker, Foyer, Lil Corn, and Deion Jones, I think is head and shoulders better than the Carolina Panties linebacker core, especially with them being without Shaq Thompson. So I definitely got to give the Atlanta Falcons the advantage at that position, which moves us to the last position. We got the DB position. I got a tie between the two because neither DB position has been great. The Carolina Panties, they without J.C. Horn. They lost him for the season. You know, they did trade for Stephon Gilmore, but right now he's not able to play for them due to him being injured. So, you know, right now they're working with Dante Jackson, and he's probably the best DB they have on that side. Whereas we have AJ Terrell, Fabian Moore, you know, Kendall Sheffield. We got our guys back, except for Isaiah Oliver, of course. But at the same time, I feel like it's a tie because we only got 3 picks, which Jalen Hawkins got 2 of those picks, and they only got 4 picks. So it's a tie pretty much with the DB position. Both teams got to get better at stopping the pass. So you know that's the weekly team matchup, man. Let me know in the comment box what y'all think. You know who y'all think has that matchup. But we're gonna get to the last segment of the show, which is one of my favorite segments of the show. It's called the FOA 365 weekly game picks. In this segment, we're gonna say who we think gonna win each game for this week. So definitely put in the comment box who you think is gonna win. You can follow along with me, and I talk about it. So we got the first game, the Atlanta Falcons versus the Carolina Panties. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going with the home team. Of course, the Atlanta Falcons have been dominating the Carolina Panties for years, and I don't see us slowing down, especially the way we've been playing for the past few weeks. You know, we came up, we 3-3. We looking like a better team. We looking like we starting to peak. We getting comfortable with our scheme offensively and defensively. I feel like we're coming along. Hopefully the defense can just show up this week, which I believe they can. We got a comment. B Baller said Gilmore is activated today against us, homie. Oh, okay. So Gilmore is activated. Appreciate you for that. I thought he was still out this game, but hey, if Gilmore is active, hey, that's gonna be a good a good little thing for the Carolina Panties. You know, I may have to shift that to their side, you know, with Gilmore, but at the same time, Gilmore hasn't been the same Stephon Gilmore before he got injured. So, you know, is it really an advantage? Also, is he comfortable with with playing? This is his first game coming out the injury. So will he be effective? You know, will he make an impact? We'll see. But right now, I'm still gonna stick to my balance. Both teams going in with the same advantage. No DBs are better than the other DBs on each team. So, but shout out to B Baller for giving me that news. I should have researched that before I got online. So let's get, like I said, I got the Atlanta Falcons versus the Carolina Panthers winning this game. Next, we got the Tennessee Titans. Versus at the Indianapolis Colts. I'm actually going with the Tennessee Titans in this game. Derrick Henry, King Henry. That's all I need to say. Of course, Julio Jones once again is out for the game, so he won't be playing. So they'll be without him. But really, do they really need him? Because he haven't really did anything other than sit on the sideline with street clothes on. So he had one good game, but he still haven't gotten the end zone. So they do still have AJ Brown. Derrick Henry is they keys to they victory, and he's been running that thing. So I have no doubt that he's gonna run all over the Indianapolis Colts as well. But at the same time, you have to question: do the Titans need to develop some other offense, because Derrick Henry is a 17-game season. He needs some rest. He can't keep going out there putting up 130 some yards and nobody else is showing up. Especially with the high expectations on the Tennessee Titans. Y'all better go out there and do your thing. But I told y'all, Julio Jones is not the same Julio Jones. I said it in my last video. I think I said it. I think Julio Jones was just another product of Matt Ryan. But that's my opinion. I can back that up with, I got my evidence, but I definitely think Julio Jones was just another product of Matt Ryan. I'm just saying. But I'm going with the Tennessee Titans to win this game. We're gonna go to the next game. We got the Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills. I'm actually going with the Buffalo Bills. As you all know, if you've been following me since day one, I got the Buffalo Bills winning the Super Bowl, representing the Super Bowl for the AFC. Not winning, because I got the Atlanta Falcons winning, but I definitely had the Buffalo Bills going to the Super Bowl from the AFC side, and so far they've been doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So I got them beating the Miami Dolphins, of course. Tua Tagovailoa, he looked bad against us. And I just don't think they have a good team. I think Jaden Waller is nice. I do like Devontae Parker. But other than that, they really don't have that team that that they still rebuilding. So maybe they could trade for Deshaun Watson. We don't know. But right now, I'm going with the Buffalo Bills to win this game. Next, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. One moment, I got out of order. We got the Cincinnati Bengals at the New York Jets. I'm actually going with the Cincinnati Bengals in this game. Cincinnati is one of them sneaky teams that's just been pretty good this season. Jamar Chase doing this thing. Joe Burrow picking up from after that injury. Before that injury, he's looking good. So I gotta go with them guys, man. Especially against the New York Jets. They doing Jetish things like they always do. And, of course, they still rebuilding, but I definitely got to go with the Cincinnati Bengals to win this game, man. So, I got the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's go to the next game. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. This is a rivalry game, a division game. So I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think I was watching NFL Game Day this morning, and they were saying that Big Ben is he only lost like 3 games in his career against the Cleveland Browns. He's like 20-something-3. So I mean, in my opinion, he been rocking the baby with them for a long time, and I don't see why it would stop. Yes, Big Ben hasn't been the same Big Ben. He's older. He just doesn't have it no more. But I definitely feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers should be able to pull this game out. Baker Mayfield, he's a little injured right now. He will play, but I think he's a little riddled. Now they do have Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb been balling, but at the same time, it's gonna take more than a run game to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're gonna have to. You can't be one-dimensional against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game. Next, we have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Detroit Lions. I'm actually going to the Philadelphia Eagles in this game. I just feel like, they better than no. I'm going to Detroit Lions, man. I'm going to Detroit Lions. It's about time for them to bite off some kneecaps. I just feel like no. I'm gonna stick with my pick. The Philadelphia Eagles will win this game, man. They have some weapons. They got the Devontae Parker. Devontae. Dang, I can't remember his name. Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith. Jalen Hurts. He haven't been. He haven't been that good. But at the same time, I feel like he should be able to, at least pull out this game against the Detroit Lions. They will be without Miles Sanders. But at the same time, I feel like their passing game should be better this game, and hopefully their defense can shut the Detroit Lions down. But I'm going to Philadelphia Eagles in this game against the Detroit Lions. But I am kind of leaning towards that Lions side as well. But I'm gonna stick with the Philadelphia Eagles. Next, we have the LA Rams at the Houston Texans. I'm going with the Rams in this game. I just feel like the Rams are the way better team than the Houston Texans. Houston just trying to lose right now. They just traded Mark Ingram. They trading their best players away. They pretty much tanking. To get that number one draft pick. Maybe they need to go quarterback. Or maybe they, I don't know, but Deshaun Watson most likely won't be ever playing for the Houston Texans again. So I definitely think that they probably gonna go quarterback in this draft. So I got the LA Rams with Deshaun Jackson. He doing this thing. Cooper Kupp, one of the best receivers in the league right now. And that defense, Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. That's all I need to say. They know the Houston Texans ain't coming out over Deshaun. What's his name? Hopkins, DeAndre Hopkins. They don't have him no more. So at the end of the day, it won't be that matchup no more. So I expect the LA Rams to dominate against the Houston Texans. That's just me. Let's move on to the next game. We got the San Francisco 49ers at the Chicago Bears. I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers, of course. Justin Fields just been looking horrible, trash. Basuda, he's been looking just bad, man. But I'm going to San Francisco 49ers. I just feel like they have a better team, especially with the Chicago Bears not having Khalil Mack. That's their pass rush. So I got to go with the San Francisco 49ers. As much as I hate to see Kyle Shanahan win, I got to give him the dub against the Chicago Bears. Let's move on to these 4:00 games. We got the New England Patriots at the LA Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers in this game. I feel like they just a better team than the New England Patriots. I feel like Bill Belichick, he still has to rebuild his team. He has to get this team together, and I just don't feel like they'll be able to beat the LA Chargers. The Chargers come in with a pretty good team. The Chargers are pretty good. So I'm going with the Chargers in this game. Next, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Seattle Seahawks. I'm actually going with the Seahawks in this game. Although Geno Smith, he haven't been playing bad. Geno Smith haven't been playing bad. Last week they lost, but I think they lost to the New Orleans Saints. But they pretty much was a drive away from winning that game. They could have won that game if Geno Smith actually stepped up in that key moment, but he didn't. But the Seattle Seahawks, they've been pretty good without Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson will be back, but right now Geno Smith is having to be the play caller. So I'm gonna go with the Seattle Seahawks in this game, even though Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, he's not bad, but at the same time, he's a rookie quarterback. In Jacksonville, they still rebuilding. So I'm going to Seattle Seahawks to win this game against Jacksonville. Next, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. And why I say the word Saints? The S is silent. I learned that in school. Sometimes, you may have a word where a letter is silent. So I say the S is silent in the Saints. So I'm going with the New Orleans Saints. But in this game, I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I just feel like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I mean, they got everybody, right? They got everybody, they dominating everybody. And I feel like I don't think that the Tampa Bay Bucks are as strong as everybody, hyping them up to be. But at the end of the day, they're winning. And I don't believe in Jameis Winston. I don't think he's the quarterback. Like every week the New Orleans Saints have these. I think a lot of people, a lot of spectators, experts and analysts, they always had the New Orleans Saints. Like, oh man, they the team. Like I feel like they still benefiting from the Drew Brees era where they still had that reputation. And I just feel like, a lot of times we tend to overhype them. And I just don't feel like they're that team no more. But I got to go at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even though I wish there was a way they could just both lose. But at the same time, if I had to pick one, I'm going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game, man. Next, we got the Washington football team at the Denver Broncos. I'm going to Denver Broncos in this game. Denver just a quarterback away, but at the same time, Teddy Bridgewater, he can hold it down, especially against the Washington football team. They don't really have offense. Now, they do have a defensive line. They do have a good little defense, but at the same time, I feel like the Broncos have a good defense and they have playmakers. And I just feel like if Teddy Bridgewater could just be just manage the game, and get the dub, that's all they need, and I think that they should be able to beat the Washington football team. Before we move on to these next two games, man, shout out to everybody that's watching, man. Hey, don't forget to shout yourself out. Let me know you're in the building. Hey, go Braves, win this World Series today. We can end this thing tonight. The Falcons can beat the Carolina Panties in about an hour and a half. I got the Hawks winning the championship this year. I got the Braves winning the championship this year. I got the Georgia Bulldogs winning the championship this year, and I got the Falcons winning the Super Bowl this year. Hey, that's me. I just want y'all to know I'm putting it out there right now, speaking that thing into existence, and that's just my opinion, man. But let's get to these last two games. We got the Sunday night game, the Dallas Cowboys at the Minnesota Vikings. I'm actually going with the Minnesota Vikings this game, even though it's not the popular pick. The Cowboys have been, they've been playing pretty hard, especially their defense with Trayvon Diggs, Michael Parsons. But at the same time, I feel like Dan Quinn, he's gonna become back Dan Quinn. He's gonna have that defense playing like a Dan Quinn defense again. Right now, he's playing on that Seattle Seahawks Legion of Boom type defense, and eventually he's gonna have his moment. And I feel like this will be his kryptonite, the Minnesota Vikings, especially without Dak Prescott. If Dak Prescott do not play tonight, I definitely got the Minnesota Vikings. Even if Dak Prescott play tonight, I feel like the Minnesota Vikings will bring the Cowboys back down to earth. They've been riding high right now, and I definitely think that the Minnesota Vikings have the talent to get them back down to earth with Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook coming out the backfield. Now, I don't like Kirk Cousins, but at the same time, he'll do. He'll do. So I got the Minnesota Vikings with the upset against Dallas. And let's move on to this last game of the week, the Monday night game. We got the New York Giants at the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, we all know the Kansas City Chiefs have not been playing, the same like everybody expected. But at the same time, I got them winning this game. We gotta come in from B Baller DD. He said this just in, bro. Calvin out again with personal reasons. Real shit. Something going wrong. Yeah, I like I said, man. Calvin really got to go, man. Calvin really. I'm sorry. It's mental with him, and I think it's too much depression. I don't know what it is, but I definitely think the Atlanta Falcons need to go ahead and and I don't mind him sitting out this week. The reason why is because let's do him like Christian McCaffrey pretty much getting done by the Carolina Panties. They just saving him up so that we could trade him to another team. We don't want him to go out there and get injured, and then now we can't get anything for him. So I definitely think this pretty much guarantees to me that Calvin really will be traded, before the bye week. I mean, before the trade deadline. And so, it is what it is. But hey, baller ED, hey, appreciate you for that update, man. I'm glad that's some good news for me because I feel like it opens up an opportunity for Kyle Pitts, Russell Gage, Olamide Zaccheaus, Hayden Hurst. I want to see Kyle Pitts go out there and be that number one receiver like I know he can be, and also Cordero Patterson. He could play some receiver. So we don't really need Calvin really. I mean, he really haven't did anything anyway. So at the end of the day, if he got these personal issues, let's go ahead and let him care about himself, his mental stability, his mental health. Let him do his thing. We're gonna go ahead and keep trucking, man. But appreciate you for that comment, man. Yes, so let's get to this last game. Really, it's not the game of the week, in my opinion. Nobody really want to watch this game. The New York Giants at the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, I got the Kansas City Chiefs win this game just because it's a scrub bowl, in my opinion. You know, the Kansas City Chiefs aren't really the Kansas City Chiefs that everybody remember or everybody was expecting to see. But at the same time, they're going against the New York Giants, man. It's the New York Giants. They should be able to pull this game out easily and win this game and get more people back on their bandwagon because they went out there and beat the New York Jets. The New York Giants. You might as well say the New York Jets because they're the New York Giants as well. But that's my weekly game picks, man. Hope y'all enjoyed that segment, man. But I just want to say thank y'all, man, for the support. Continue to support the channel. Don't forget, Fan of Atlanta 365, man. Go to YouTube right now. Subscribe to the channel. Sub your boy up, man. I already reached 100 subscribers. I'm on the road to 150. Let's start with 150 first. That's the next milestone. Hey, help me get to 150, man, by sharing, commenting, liking these videos, man. Don't forget to tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your dog, tell your cat, tell your snake, tell your rat, and throw in your pet panther, your pet penny if you have one, man. Shout out to the Carolina Panties, man. We will get that dub today. It's another dub for us, man. That's all I'm looking at. We got to get the dub. Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons. Shout out to the Georgia Bulldogs winning the SEC East. Hopefully we can win this championship like I predicted. And also shout out to them Atlanta Braves, man. Don't forget, check them boys out tonight, man. Check them guys going against the Houston Astros. Hopefully they can go ahead and pull it out tonight. How amazing would that be to win the World Series at home? At home, where we 5-0 at home in the postseason. We can make it 6-0 tonight, and I think we'll be tied with the 95 team with winning six home games in the postseason in a row. So I feel like the Atlanta Braves, man, y'all gotta kick this thing off, man. I feel like you can build a championship city with a win tonight, win the World Series, and I think it's gonna motivate the other teams, i.e. the Georgia Bulldogs, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Atlanta Hawks to win this championship this year, man. Let's make this thing happen, man. Let's make this thing happen. But shout out to the Atlanta Braves. I will be tuning in to watch them boys tonight at 8 o'clock after I watch the Falcons dominate against the Carolina Panties, man. But like I said, man, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, man. Support the channel, Fan of Atlanta 365. Also, catch us live. Me and my boy B-Boy Bush, the great man, going in on these Falcons, the JMB, the Talk of the Dirty South show. When he come back, right now he's going with work right now. He'll be back, I think, after Thanksgiving. So, you'll catch us live. He'll be back on the show. But until then, your boy gonna hold it down, man. Hold it down for the show, man. But definitely check out JMB, the Talk of the Dirty South show. And of course, don't forget, support the channel, Fan of Atlanta 365, man. It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy, man. And it's been another episode of Fan of Atlanta 365, man. Hey, I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy the weekend, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy this game, man. Enjoy the Atlanta Braves tonight, 8 p.m. I think we playing on Fox, man. But catch them boys, man. Win the World Series. Bring that trophy home, man. But until then, man, it's your boy Jay Howard, and I'm out of here.